kind of foggy, but y'all see what's going on. Got my boy MJ. In here doing a spa treatment. See if I can get this glass cleared up for you. There you go. He looked like he was about to go into blue mode, but I don't really know. At this point right here, like, let me see. Let me turn him around and see. I'm gonna turn him around and see what we got going on. So, y'all probably can't see it, but yeah, I see the milky eyes. So, yeah, he about to go into blue mode. So, perfect time for me to begin my little spa treatment. And what I do is I set the water up. And this is how you can kind of tell right here. I don't know if y'all snake people or not, but if you look at the belly will be pink. And you see the pink. This camera don't do too much justice right now because I ain't got like no real bright lights on, but you can see the pink in his belly right there. All in his belly. So, he definitely about to go into blue mode. I'm trying to get you a shot of the eyes. If I can get it, there you go, right there. See that gray cover over his eyes right there? That's how you know he about to go into blue mode right there. What that is a little fluid that builds up. It's basically under the old skin, but it's like an oil between the old skin and the new skin. So at this point right here, he can't. And you can see, even if I take it and rock it to the side, like you can still see that gray or milky looking tint over his eyes. But I've been doing this right here since I had him since a hatchling. So I know a lot of people be like, oh, you ain't supposed to bathe your snakes, or you ain't supposed to bathe your pythons, or blah, blah, blah. It is what it is, man. To each his own, man. You know what I'm saying? He's adapt to it. I've adapted to it. I know what the water temperature is supposed to be. All that other good stuff. Like, I've had him over, well, I say almost a year now. I think it's a little over a year now. Nah, it ain't over a year now because my birthday is the 15th. So, I got him after my birthday. But with that being said, like, yeah, he just, you can see it a whole lot better right there. With that gray film over his eyes. And I put the camera up on the screen or whatnot. But usually another way you could tell is if you got him out inside his terrarium. What I like to do is I look at his skin, man. Skin, scales, whatever y'all want to call it. And it will look real. Like right now, it doesn't look dull, but what's happening is that warm water that is hitting his, that is actually soaking up into his, between his scales and everything now is actually loosening up that oil that is preparing for him to go into shed. So this is a good process that you can actually do for your ball pythons. I don't know much about the hog noses, and I ain't even gonna lie, like even the boas, but ball pythons, like I kinda know about. And I don't know if y'all remember seeing an old video of MJ or whatnot, but you can see how big he is. Like, This is the little carrier cage that I got him in. When I got him, MJ was balled up into this corner about right here. So right now, MJ is about, I want to guess 4.5 feet. His body is probably, this part of his body right here, which is his stomach, is probably the size of my wrist. Don't let the camera fool you now, but it is the size of my wrist. Eats pretty well, so I feed him. I try to feed him every week, but wintertime, this is actually my second winter with him. First winter I had with him was when he was a hatchling, and I was just learning. This year right here, I kind of knew what I was getting into, so I was a little bit prepared. I still, even though I know he's not gonna eat, I still go out and get food for him, cause you never know. You know what I'm saying? You never know. Like I take MJ as like part of the family, so you know, I still go out and get him food to eat or whatnot, just to see if he's gonna take into it. And the first week, just before he went into blue mode, he actually took into a nice size rat. So that's probably what he has on his belly right now. So with that being said, you know, I know after he gets done with this right here, like he be nice and ready to eat, because he hasn't eaten in, let's say, about 3 weeks. 3 weeks, so he should be nice and ready to eat. Another thing I can tell you about having a ball python is the more time you spend with them, the more time they get to know you, and what your behavior is, the same way as you know what their behavior is. That's just like, I wouldn't really even say now, like the way he is now is not really a S-curve, you know what I'm saying? He's like super relaxed. Like I could take the top off right now, but I'd much rather keep the top on due to the fact that I want him to stay down in the water. If I take the top off, he's gonna feel like he can come out and run around on the floor and everything else. So my main thing is I just keep him kind of in the water for about 10 to 15 minutes. This warm water right here. And I just do this number right here, just kind of shake it up, because what happens is you got to remember, like, snakes have scales too, and in between those scales, you know, that water can seep in between those scales. That's another way they actually hydrate. If you don't see your snake hydrating, and I see MJ a couple of times, like, just sitting there, he'll come out at night, you know what I'm saying, because they're nocturnal creatures, and he will hydrate by drinking the water. This water right here is a little warm, but room temperature water, I will see him come out at night, and I will see him take in the drinking water. There's times to where he has fed, and as soon as he's finished eating or whatnot, he will take into his water bowls or whatnot. But this is another good picture of him in those milky eyes, just to kind of let you know he's in blue mode. So when he's in blue mode, and this is why a lot of people will tell you that whenever your snake is shedding, not to mess with him or whatnot. But I don't know. I'm no different from y'all. Don't take this the wrong way. I just kind of, whenever MJ is in blue mode, I'll be honest with you, like, just because he don't know, he knows your smell, but just because he doesn't know the difference between what you could be a prey, you could be a predator. I still use my hook when he's in blue mode just to get him from point A to B. That's not being scared of your actual snake. That's just being cautious, because I get a lot of people that ask me, like, they'll text me through my DM and be like, oh, has he ever bit you or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I tell you, just being straight up, like, I was actually playing around one day and I had a mouse in my hand, and what I didn't do was I didn't take the proper procedures to go and wash my hands and everything else, and I kind of knew something was wrong, because he was just kind of backing away from me or whatever the case may be, and it was like really more on me than him, but he tried to snap at me, and I got my hand out in quick enough time to not be attacked. But you know, as far as taking them out the terrarium, holding them, letting my family hold them, that was only the one time that it did happen, and it was only because I was actually playing around with the mouse and didn't properly wash my hands with soap or detergent or whatever the case may be. But yeah, just, you know, I know a lot of y'all probably look at these videos and be like, man, what is he doing with a snake? And then you got your other ones that probably are snake owners and be like, oh, he shouldn't be doing that. But then this is the thing, like when MJ sheds, I can show you 3 or 4 sheds when he was a hatchling, and he's probably shed about 4 times now. So yes, 3 or 4 sheds that I have his full shed. I mean, from head to tail. So with that being said, like, you know, whenever you fix this water, you just want this water like room temperature. You really just want to get that moisture in them. You know what I'm saying? And because what they do is they have a behavior to the point to where they will get inside that hide, or if you don't have a particular setup to where where they can actually go inside of a room to where you have like the moss or whatever it is that soaks up that water, and those heat pads actually get to it, then they're not gonna go inside that. So with MJ, he kind of stays on the side of the tank that's more warm. So I actually take my spray bottle and spritz the tanks down. And this is what I do when he's in blue mode right here, just because I want that nice shed off of him, you know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of changes in him throughout the time that I've had him. Head's gotten really big, you can see, and it's no different. Like, let me tell you something, man. These animals are so docile to the point to where when you're doing this right here, like, my hand is on the tank. This is heat. This is what he sees. So if he really wanted to be aggressive, he could just sit here and beat himself up on this tank all day long by scratching at this glass or whatever the case may be. But they're smarter than that, you know what I'm saying? No different than having a dog, no different than having a cat, whatever the case may be. So, you know, another reason I like to do this is because of what you call mites. I have never, knock on wood, I never had that problem with mites. For one, I don't take them outside much. When I do take them outside, I've taken them outside one time, and that was just last week in my carrying bag that I have for him. And I don't put them down on the ground. So you can see, like, right up in here. where you can see it is, you can see that little bit of grayness in there. That's how you know he's about to go into shed mode, skin-wise or scale-wise. Those eyes right there, when you see that milky gray into the eyes, let me zoom in for you right here. When you see that milky gray into the eyes right there, you definitely know that he is or she is in that blue mode, what they call it. So, yeah, to each his own, man. If you want to do this, do it. If you don't, then it is what it is. It's like I told you, I treat MJ like part of the family, so I do what I gotta do. And that's a nice picture of him right there. Let me get that one. Okay. So I had to catch that little picture right there. It's very seldom you would get a close-up picture of, and I have an iPhone 11 Pro Max, so it's very seldom you get that one picture that you can actually get that, you know, you want to post or whatnot. So, I see like that, that has a lot of bubbles and all. So I try to, while I'm getting my video and everything else, that's kind of like now. See how he has the head submerged under the water. We'll just see how long you can stay there, and you can see those milky gray eyes. You know what I'm saying? What I was telling you in blue mode, so. So you can see the head like slowly submerging from the water. There you go. There you go. There you go. Slowly submerging from under the water. And I've been on this video with you guys for about 17 minutes now. So with that said, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get MJ up out of this water. What I usually do is, because he is in this type of tub, I can actually drain the water out. And whenever I drain the water out, I can actually put him back into his terrarium. What I will do is I'll cut the heat on. And when I cut the heat on, 9 times out of 10, he's either going to roam around or he's going to go straight back into his hide where he kind of thinks it's a little bit more warmer at. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut on the heat just before I go drain this water right here. So with that being said, y'all stay tuned. What you see me actually doing with one hand is I take my hook and just kind of go in. I can actually take that off, but I take my hook, go in, and I just get midways to his body. And when I get midways to his body, you can see how long he is. I can kind of put him back inside that terrarium. And what he will do is just kind of sit there for a second, but that gives me a nice little time until kind of set everything back up for him, because he knows where everything goes. So with that being said, you see him sitting here on the log. Now, I will tell you, you see like how he is right now? Well, you can't see it because of this, but you can kind of see that. That is what you call the S-curve. And that's where you kind of want to leave them into their own little space and whatnot. So you don't really want to mess around with them or whatnot. So with that being said, I don't really have anything but this little tree limb to put in there. And what I usually do is I just drop this in there, and he'll find his way from under that, and that'll fall right back into place or whatnot. So that's definitely S-curve right there. Because he can't see and he is in blue mode, that's when you definitely don't want to mess with him. So this is my top of the tour area. Slide this back over, and I have clamps that actually clamp down at the bottom right here, as you can see, on both sides. 2, 4 altogether. Anytime you see that light right there on, that's how I know his heat lamp is on the bottom part right here. This actual mat is on. You can see me, I can hit this lamp and you see this lamp turns on. That is actually a heat bulb. So now that you have it, what I would do for a split second is turn the lights off, and then I'll let you see what's what. Okay, so I don't know if you can see all. Okay, there you go. So I got my bulb cut on. You can see him, he's still kind of in that position right there. Where he is kind of just locked in. You know what I'm saying? Wanting to know what the camera is, this, that, and the other. So what I do is, and I meant to fill these bowls up with water. So I gotta kind of take all this stuff back off. But just to show y'all that, man, your boy Rich Everything, man. Rich_everything, man, signing out, man, because I got to take this top back off. Fill his bowls up with some fresh water. They're halfway right now, and I just cleaned them out, so I'm just going to fill them up with some fresh water, and that's going to be that. So he'll end up going back into terrarium regardless. So your boy Rich Everything signing out, man. Yeah.